There are plenty of individuals out there that do not know the value of loving themselves. After all, exactly how does it benefit anybody if you love yourself unconditionally? If this is what you think, you are in for a pleasant surprise. The first step to a happy and healthier life is to love and believe in yourself. Hello and welcome back everyone to Cyndi A Podcast. If you're new here, my name is Cyndi. You may have overheard expressions like look on the bright side and half cup full being used in a casual conversation at some point. This, however, is much more complicated than it seems. Even though it's hard to believe the demons you've been fighting for so long will ultimately prevail since you haven't integrated these supplements and concepts into your everyday life. So let us consider the significance of self-love in our lives. So before I get into this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notification from me when I post new videos. So without further ado, let us talk about today's topic. The month of February is often referred to the month of love because of its focus on the concept of love and romantic relationships. However, it is also a month of self-love and self-care, deepening connections with family and friends, and showing love to others. Therefore, we should not wait for a special occasion to show our loved ones how much we care about them. Instead, we should be doing that daily. The root of happiness, in my opinion, is found in self-love and in gratitude. Living your greatest life, your ideal life, requires a cultivation of self-love. Developing a healthy sense of self-worth is a great place to start. There is nothing that can stop you from reaching your full potential. After that, you will be untouchable. You will be able to go anywhere you choose. The cultivation of deeper self-love is something I really hope you will begin to develop in your life right now. Self-love is taking better care of your physical and mental health. Because of your mental well-being is just as important as your physical well-being. You should place a high value on self-care. When you authentically love yourself, you set the bar for receiving a high-quality love in return. A lack of regarding for or appreciation for yourself is something you cannot tolerate in others. The more you value yourself, the more others will value you as well. To begin, let me stress that no one else is quite like you. Think about this. You possess a unique set of talent that no one else has. If you want to be taken seriously, you must accept just how remarkable you are. To have a stable existence, self-love is a necessary building block. And without it, we may have a sense of uncertainty. To live a life that's absolutely beautiful, we must start loving and accepting ourselves. Only then we will begin to experience life in all of its fullness. Instead of attempting to persuade people to love you, you should concentrate on loving and accepting yourself. This will help you establish breaking out of your codependent relationships and increasing your self-esteem and help improve your personal and professional life. For a number of reasons, loving another person is frequently easier than loving oneself. In my personal experience, as someone who has struggled with self-doubt, I can attest to the difficulties of overcoming it. However, you will eventually conquer it. There is no excuse for not showing yourself the same love that you show others. Therefore, it is time to start showing yourself love, the same love that you show others. Self-love not only makes you feel better about yourself, but it also serves as a model for others on how they should treat you. You are the only person with whom you will ever have a genuine lifelong relationship. As a result, it is critical that you enjoy spending time with yourself, have faith in yourself, and appreciate your positive characteristics. The more important and enduring relationship you will ever have been with is yourself. Self-love is a worthwhile investment of time and effort, regardless of how long it takes to achieve it. Many people assume that self-love is an exaggerating term, yet they tend to overlook the importance. For many individuals, perfection is a most desired feature than self-acceptance. It is easy to associate the concept of self-love with individuals hunkering down with self-help books, but that's not all there is to it. Practicing gratitude and cultivation a positive self-image are two of the most important things you can do to enhance your mental health and keep depression and anxiety at bay. There is a constant pressure to compete with others, if not oneself, in our current culture. We put great importance on achieving our short-term objective and bettering ourselves as a society. The result of this is that we tend to be harsh on ourselves, whether it is for our closest friends and family members or significant other. We spend majority of the time and energy demonstrating our love for them. Self-love also enhances your confidence because you appreciate and acknowledge everything that you are. You do not feel self-conscious or embarrassed about your appearance. You show off your ability. You have a strong sense of beauty and strength. You carry yourself with confidence and have more enjoyment in life. Self-love and self-confidence or a high self-esteem are not synonymous, even though they might be linked. In order to be confident, we must have faith in our ability to perceive and act. Self-esteem entails a peaceful certainty about our position in a larger scheme of things, a sense of being a useful and welcome component of the universe. There are several ways in which you may show your love for yourself. Self-love is categorized by perception, compassion, having patience, and gentle persistence. Having a strong sense of self-love allows you to develop a distinct personal style that is all your own. In other words, you have a strong sense of self-awareness and not hesitate to express it. It's natural for us to want to share our joy with others, but due to the fact that we cannot constantly rely on getting love from others, the concept of loving yourself becomes more vital. Self-love eliminates the need to depend on others for happiness, and the feeling of contentment that results from this practice is tremendous. Forgiveness is easy when someone makes a mistake. It's more difficult to provide forgiveness when it's ourselves. Self-acceptance is the first step towards self-love. Again, it is acknowledging that we are human and that we will make errors and lose, and that we will not have the best day, week, or month. This is perfectly normal. The perception of self-love is selfish, as well as the issue of whether or not self-love is really important are major roadblocks to self-love. Those who are narcissistic have an exaggerated feeling that their own significance and are unwilling to accept responsibility for their faults and imperfections. They also want to have a great deal of external validation and recognition. Apart from that, they don't have any feelings for anybody. They know that they are imperfect, yet they embrace and care for themselves despite of their shortcomings. Being self-loving does not exclude having empathy for others around you. It just means treating yourself the same compassion as you would others. Loving yourself may have a profound impact on your interpersonal connection with others. When asked for anything, you will be able to say no because you respect and safeguard your own energy rather saying yes to everyone else's demands. The more you love yourself, the simpler it is to forgive individuals who have wronged you. We can not only love people authentically if we first love ourselves. The more we care for ourselves, the more we see our lives as a reflection of who we are rather than the events that happen to us. Everything and everyone are a part of us. We are not distinct from them. We are able to open ourselves to new experiences and follow our true passion with openness and courage. Having a positive view of yourself make it much simpler to set realistic goals for yourself to work towards. When we have a greater grasp of our own values and ability, we can make more informed choices about our lives in the future. True self-acceptance entails letting go of our egotistical self-interest and embrace a broader viewpoint. Because self-love helps us uncover our infinite nature, we can then love ourselves and others wholeheartedly. When we are able to embrace and value ourselves fully, we have a fresh perspective on the world. Having a more positive outlook on life may be sustainable if we can learn to love and accept ourselves as we are. Having a healthy self-esteem might motivate us to adopt better behavior and ways of acting in the future. Being in love with you is the devotion of your body, mind, and spirit. So the people who care about their well-being tend to avoid things that may potentially disturb their sense of calm. In this way, it may help us form better behaviors. Self-love reduces the risk of mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. Don't let other disagreements get in the way of your ability to believe in yourself and your own potential. Think of yourself as important as you do your friends and family member. Happiness begins with self-acceptance. When you love yourself, you will go to great lengths to ensure you are happy. Truthfully, it is an amazing feeling. Living your greatest life is possible when you are comfortable in your own skin and accepting of who you are in the inside. Also, you will have a greater desire to succeed in life. Being confident in your worth allows you to recognize your infinite capacity to make a positive difference in this world. Knowing that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. You will not accept anything less than your full potential, since you are aware of your ability. Self-love allows you to worry less about what others think of you and what others have to say about you, which is the key benefits of practicing this. Only positive thoughts and feelings are allowed. You learn to limit your inner circle to those who actually love and care about you and your well-being. Anything outside of this is completely irrelevant. So self-love is the most important love of all, since you cannot have a long relationship without first loving yourself. For a relationship to flourish, one must have a strong sense of self-worth. Even if you feel empathy for others, you may be afraid to express it. Without the ability to love and to be loved, it will be difficult to maintain a meaningful connections. To have a healthy relationship, to be able to give and receive love, one must first love themselves. Sometimes individuals look for someone to fill a void inside of them. You must educate yourself onto how to properly fill your own cup. Nobody else can be healthy if you're not healthy yourself. Self-care is not selfish, since it allows you to be the greatest version of yourself possible for others. Sense of identity and outlook on life all has been impacted in some way by all of this. We may finally let go of the baggage we have been carrying around from our history when we learn to love ourselves from inside rather from others. Self-acceptance is critical when it comes to creating healthy boundaries in any relationship. Having a strong awareness of your own limitations and capacity to identify them demonstrates that you appreciate yourself. To put in another way, your relationship will be more rewarding. Your relationship with yourself set the stage for all of your other relationships. Respect and admiration from others flow naturally when you value and respect yourself. People will attentively value and respect you in return. Our self-esteem improves as we come to appreciate who we are and what we have to offer. It assists in elimination of mental obstacles that prevent one from communicating with others and expressing oneself. According to law of attraction, we are most likely to attract love and happiness if we have faith in our own inherent beauty and self-worth. Just do what comes naturally, and your life will be a lot better for it. If you want to practice self-love daily, you must treat yourself with the same respect and care you offer others. We may get entangled in a web of uncertainty and doubt as a result of our feelings of self-worth. However, it is difficult to many people to cultivate healthy self-esteem. There is a certain amount of self-discipline required when we do not trust we have surpassed at anything. It is hard to be kind to ourselves when we do not value ourselves enough due to our perceived flaws. Love yourself as you can learn to love everything else in your life, and you will be happier for it. Compassion for oneself is a necessary component of true love and may help us overcome the obstacle that stands in our way. Regardless of where we are or what time of day it is, a person's belief influences their action, and their action influences their conduct. Being able to speak out for ourselves is a great approach to improve our self-esteem and increase our sense of worth. Respect and care of ourselves can only be achieved when we're able to voice our needs clearly and firmly. This is a great way to communicate and work towards your objective by establishing boundaries with yourself and others. Setting and maintaining a personal limits is an important part of taking care of ourselves. By establishing limits, we are able to clearly articulate our principles and objective. We all wish to find true love. To be loved is a powerful assurance that we are worthy of anything. However, depending on other people's affection and compassion may be risky, and it can even lead us being blinded at times. In order to be able to love someone, we must first learn to love ourselves. When you have a healthy amount of self-acceptance, you may set expectations for how others will treat you. Now that you have learned how to love yourself, this is the first step, and it requires you to take a serious look in the mirror. You should forgive yourself after taking some time to reflect on who you are. For some reason, we are notoriously hard on ourselves. Taking responsibility for our actions has a drawback of making us harsher on ourselves. When we make mistakes in learning and improving, the first step to self-love is acknowledging that you are human and trying to make more forgiving of yourself if you make a mistake. Remember, if you have learned and grew from your mistake, there are no failures, just lessons learned. You will be more accepting and appreciative of yourself no matter what is going on in your life. If you live a sense of direction and purpose, if you want to live a meaningful and healthy life, you will make decisions that support that goal, and you will feel good about yourself if you achieve it. Your self-esteem will soar if you can imagine yourself accomplishing the goals you set for yourself. The steps are to figure out what you want to accomplish in life. Finally, you may also get your life and mental health back on track by focusing on what you need rather than what you desire. It is a sign of self-love when you are able to turn your attention away from something that makes you happy and excited, and instead concentrate on the things that will keep you strong, balanced, and moving forward in your life. Staying focused on what you need can help you avoid getting into trouble, being stuck in the past, and lowering your self-esteem. When you have been through so much, it's going to take a lot of work and energy to find love for yourself. Nonetheless, you must not give up. If you offer yourself the same love, patience, hope, and trust that you give to the wrong person, just think how motivating that would be. Though the events that transpired were terrible and unjust, you have the power to alter the course of the events going forward. Repair your connection with yourself. Learn to set and enforce boundaries. Be clear about what you will and will not put up with. Value your time and be certain about what you will and will not accept in your life right now. Ultimately, it was your choice to improve your life. It is not going to be easy, but I am sure you can accomplish it. As you embark this road to reclaim your love for yourself, remember, be kind to yourself. Empower yourself by approaching life with an attitude of appreciation. Remember that you are so much more than the oppression they left on you, and that is something you must keep in mind at all times. Remember all of the wonderful qualities about yourself. I understand how difficult it can be and how at times you may feel like you are making no progress at all. Let me inform you, though, that this is not the narrative of your existence. Your future is brighter than it seems at this moment in time, and you can make it happen by loving yourself. Maintain your cheerful outlook, and I am certain that you will make it through this ordeal successfully. You will be able to get through this. You certainly will. Because of this, I hope you have a better understanding of why self-love is so important today. After all, you are the only one who stands to benefit from this teaching. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends and family. Also, please subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment if you have not already done so. Also, tap on the bell icon to get notification immediately whenever I post a new video. And I am looking forward to seeing you all in the next video.
Oh.